woman. And for that very reason, the fact that she did not protect her children, and I get it, I totally get it. And I think that is going to present the big problem for her attorneys in court as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's not uncommon that we see, for better or for worse, that we see women in these situations get maybe a little bit of discretion, whether it's a drug delivery or whatever it is. The boyfriend did it. There maybe will be a little bit of leniency. But here, I think Cat H nailed it on the head. Sounds like my wife talking, in the sense that, look, whatever happened, happened. And that was her opportunity if, in fact, she wasn't as culpable as her husband to come forward. But, she traveled to Hawaii, she bagged up all the kids' stuff in the storage. She acted so inconsistent with the basic nature of motherhood that I think she's going to have a hard time getting any kind of deal or leniency in this case.
Yeah, in a recent document dump on Friday, we saw a text she wrote to the nanny saying a couple of days after the kids disappeared that they were taken by the grandparents, so we won't need you anymore. So, that angers a lot of people. All right, let's go to our next comment from M. Butler. Well, duh, Lori, she's the mother. Let me put it to you this way. If someone came to you and said a zombie was hosting your child's body and you ordered your sibling, and of course he means Alex, to kill your child, who do you find responsible for your child's murder? If you don't say yourself, kindly check into the nearest psych clinic. This guy hits on all the points, Jimmy, because, right now she is checked into a psych clinic. And I was wondering earlier, we were discussing the new document dump, if there was a chance, based on all these things, the fact that she believed that there might have been a zombie in her children, and she seemed to really believe this stuff, that she was ordained to live out some prophecy and that everything she did was controlled by a higher power. Will that possibly get her off on this thing?
No, not even close.
Not even close?
Yeah, not even close. We have a litany of history of people who have had arguable psychological conditions. The real question is, did she understand her behavior at the time that it happened? And, the quickest way for a prosecutor to rebut any idea that somebody didn't know what they were doing is to show that they were covering it up. And that's what we had in this case, really, from day one, continuing up until recently. So any idea that she's going to get out for mental health issues is going to fall on deaf ears of the courts.
Yeah, and that's what that text that I mentioned was all about. It's about that cover-up. Yeah. And then any claim that she didn't know what was going on, I think, falls right there. All right, Jamie Water, I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's always